So I have a message here for somebody, and this one's not going to resonate for everyone. It's very specific, and I'm speaking to somebody that the energy that I'm picking up on right now is very sensitive. It's very soft. It's like even soft spoken. It's this highly empathic energy, somebody that you have a lot of compassion. You're somebody that is highly spiritual. You're also somebody that is very sensitive to energy, okay? And you are somebody that picks up on energy very quickly, okay? You don't even need to interact with people. You tend to just pick up on people's energy. You're very sensitive to energy. You may notice that you have a hard time being in very crowded places, like shopping centers, or just large crowds, and you may be very sensitive to certain types of areas, right? Any area that has some type of bad energy, negative energy. I just need 111 on the timer. So you may notice that, for example, you go into a hospital, right? And it's almost like you cannot handle the hospital, or it's like you kind of start to pick up on a very popular one is for this type of energy. If you're in a hospital, you may feel like fainting, okay? Or you may start getting hot flushes. There's just this overwhelming energy, right? Now, other places may be a graveyard, or just a place where something bad has happened or negative stuck energy resides, right? By the way, the noise in the background, I'm not sure what it is, but it's really windy where I'm at, so just ignore it. So I am getting that you are highly sensitive to energy, and you are an empath, so you pick up on energy very easily, right? Without even trying. It is 1, 2, 3 on my actual clock. So right now I see that you are very sensitive to energy, more sensitive than usual, and or you're always sensitive, okay? But right now you may be hypersensitive, okay? You also may be very hyper aware of the energy around you. I am getting that you also are picking up on people's thoughts, okay? You may have random people popping up in your dreams. Maybe you're having vivid dreams about people, and this may be people that you don't even speak to, or people that you don't even know. But again, you're picking up on energy very quickly at the moment, and you're more sensitive than usual. You may even notice that you're picking up on certain energies. Maybe you watch like certain things on social media, and then you're picking up on their energy, right? Again, you are very sensitive right now to energy, but I'm also getting this energy where you have a bunch of people that it's almost like people are flocking you at the moment, right? So you have a bunch of people in your energy, right? Really trying to pull on your energy. You have a lot of people here thinking about you. You even have a lot of people here obsessing over you, and they may not know why, but again, this is what I'm seeing. Like, you have a lot of people here that tend to be obsessed with you. There's a lot of sexual energy here. I'm going to get more into it. But I do see that people have a lot of sexual energy towards you. Please remember that these readings do not resonate for everyone, so I'm not speaking to everyone right now. But whoever I am speaking to, you tend to have a lot of like sexual energy surrounding you. A lot of people that are like obsessively pulling on your energy, thinking about you. You do have a lot of people that are drawn to you, especially right now, because your energy is so sensitive. It's also very powerful at the moment, right? So you may notice that you are instantly manifesting. You may notice that you don't even have to think too hard about somebody, but you may be, for example, you think about somebody and then they call you, that type of energy. So I do see that at the moment you have a bunch of people here, like, and I'm getting like almost like lining up, trying to get your attention, right? You have random people flocking to you, people that want to kind of be around you. Now, I do think that there are at least two people that you have some type of very strong telepathic connection with. So I just want to mention that some people think that you have a telepathic connection with only certain people, right? Which certain people you do have a stronger telepathic connection to. So for example, say you have a soulmate or a twin flame or something, or even like a best friend, a twin sister, brother, whatever, you will notice that the telepathic link toward, or between you two, I should say, is stronger than other people. But with you, you are very psychic, okay? You're able to read energy, pick up on energy. So you tend to have a telepathic link with majority of people, and it is very easy for you to create a soul tie, right? A lot of people have to kind of be intimate to create a soul tie, or people think that anyway. That's not always the case, okay? If you have somebody that is obsessively thinking about you, or say they have like sexual energy towards you and they're just constantly like they're thinking about that, they could be like, I'm trying to find a word for it. So they could be kind of, again, I don't think I can say everything that I want to say right now, but they could be creating this type of soul tie by thinking about you in a sexual way and doing types of acts, okay, if you guys know what I'm talking about, and that can create a soul tie as well, right? And what I see here is you have at least two people here. Well, I see that there's more than two, but two people here that seem to be obsessively watching you, and there's a lot of sexual attraction, right? This may also look or feel like a spell, okay? Because again, this is literally sex magic, because that's what they're doing here. You, by kind of obsessively thinking about it and acting upon it, that actually creates a soul tie, okay? Especially with somebody like you, because you're so sensitive to energy. This also can look like sex magic. This is how sex magic is performed, actually. Again, they may not intentionally be doing this, but I do see that you have people kind of creating soul ties with you. You may notice that people are also very attracted to you at the moment. Again, so many people like trying to get your attention, trying to be around you. But you may also notice that, again, with the sexual energy, it's like you have people that are trying to kind of come on too strong, or people that they may, again, just start to be very sexual with you. And again, I am getting that whoever I'm picking up on, like I've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant here, and usually when I see these two cards together, that can mean that you're celibate, okay? You don't have to be though, but for some of you, I'm getting that you're celibate. For others, I'm getting that even if you're not celibate, you are very selective with your energy. I do see that you have a very powerful energy, right? You are somebody with this sacred energy, this sacred light, right? Your energy also, so it is very powerful, and I am getting that you may notice, especially if you are celibate, that you are able to instantly manifest, right? It's almost like you are very magnetic and magical, right, when you are celibate. Again, you don't have to be, and I will say this, hopefully this video is allowed on YouTube, but whatever. So I will say this, sex is like not low vibrational, okay? It can be very high vibrational. It's not a bad thing. It is demonized, right? But it is not a bad thing, okay? The only thing that makes that bad is when you are performing or doing that with somebody that is low vibrational, somebody that is siphoning your energy, somebody that sucks the life out of you. So if again, you do like say you give up this energy, okay? Say you are intimate with somebody, but then like low vibrational, and they have toxic attachment, and maybe they kind of do low vibrational things. Maybe they have addiction, right? Maybe they even have multiple partners. And even if it's not all that, but if you, again, after the deed is done, you will notice that you feel really bad and really guilty and really disgusting, right? And you will feel drained. And here's the thing as well, when you are intimate with people, you actually create soul ties. And what happens is the energy doesn't leave. Like, you will create a link with somebody and the energy actually doesn't leave. And this is why, for example, you may see that some people get into a new relationship, or they start seeing somebody new, okay? Maybe they have like a new like sexual partner or something, and you may notice that this person now has different traits, right? Maybe they were the nicest person before, they were soft, they were sensitive, okay? All of a sudden they're lashing out, okay? They're violent, they're yelling, right? It's almost like they have a personality change, and that is quite literal, because when you are, for one, your energy is so sacred, okay? Your energy is so powerful, it's so sacred. But again, when that happens, right, and then you're doing that with somebody that, again, say they are very angry, violent, they have bad energy, they're unlucky, right? You will notice that those traits will kind of mingle, okay? You also will notice that, for example, same type of example where somebody gets into a relationship and now their personality has changed, right? You will also notice that the partners, the people that are, again, intimate with each other, start to look alike, okay? Again, because they're sharing energy. So again, you leave your energy, okay? And people leave their energy. So again, and then you also deal with like energy vampires, things like that. So again, whoever I'm picking up on, it is very important that you're very intentional with your sexual energy. Not saying that you have to be celibate, okay? Which again, I'm still talking about. It's not a low vibrational thing, okay? But the thing is, it can be very high vibrational, actually one of the most highest vibration, as long as it's with somebody that is on the same frequency as you, like somebody you have a very strong soul connection with, somebody that, you know, there's some type of bond with, they understand you, okay? That is when it can be very high vibrational. But again, if the partners are low vibrational, or they don't kind of, you know, clear their energy, or they are somebody that maybe, again, violent or whatever, you will notice that not only do you take on their personality traits, but you also can have your just things siphoned from you, okay? So including your money, including your beauty, your looks, right? You can have things siphoned from you from this, okay? So it is very important, whoever I'm picking up on, to be very intentional with your sexual energy. And again, I'm not saying be celibate, because you don't have to, but you do need to be very intentional with what you're doing and who you're doing it with. Again, I mean, I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm just here to give you spiritual advice and what is coming up. So again, you know, you do you, but but that's the energy that's coming up today, right? Because you do have a lot of people that tend to approach you in this energy. You have a lot of people that they're so drawn to you, and they start to approach you from the lower chakras because their higher chakras, their heart chakra, their third eye chakra, their crown chakra, their throat chakra in blocked, and then you will notice that they're very drawn to you, but the way that they think, like the way that they're reacting to that is from the lower chakras. So that's when people become very sexual with you. That's when people it's almost like they become very forceful. It's like they kind of just want that type of energy. And again, whoever I'm picking up on today, I do see that you are so delicate. You have no idea. Like, you're a very delicate person, meaning like you're very sensitive to energy, but also like your energy here needs to be protected. Okay, your energy is very powerful. You're very gifted. You need to protect this with everything, because again, I do see that then somebody here, even if it's not somebody that you've had, like, you've been intimate with, right? This may not be somebody that you've been intimate with, because again, I am getting that this person's very obsessed. So if you have been intimate with this person, this is like, this person cannot forget you, right? This is somebody that is obsessed, like they're constantly pulling on your energy, like they cannot forget about you, right? This is somebody that also cannot distract themselves because they have experienced your energy. This is somebody that they siphon energy. They are somebody that is addicted to the energy, the feeling that, like, you kind of give them. This is such, I don't know if this is coming out right, but whatever, hopefully it is. And when I say feeling, I mean the energy, okay? The personality traits, okay? The luck that they get. Remember that this is your energy, okay? Your energy is very lucky. You're very blessed. You're somebody with this sacred, delicate energy, and this person's obsessed with the energy. So that's why they can't even distract themselves from you. Now, again, maybe you haven't been intimate with this person. This person's so fixated on you and obsessed with you that it's like they're creating a very powerful soul tie here to you. Which, again, and I'm getting that you may be waking up very angry. You may be waking up kind of out of character. Maybe you don't really know what's going on, right? Or maybe like during the day, like maybe you're fine when you wake up, but then during the day, it's like you start to pick up on some type of different energy. Like, again, there could be anger that comes over you. There could be like even sadness that comes over you, like whatever the energy is. And this may even look like you're feeling sexual energy, if that makes sense, okay? But it's not your energy. It's literally somebody that's pulling on your energy, somebody that keeps obsessively in a sexual way thinking about you, okay? And it's actually become a toxic obsession for this person, okay? So again, this is happening a lot more than you think. But again, I do see this energy where you do need to protect yourself, right? And the reason why people keep trying to come at you in a sexual way is because they don't understand the pull, okay? You pull people in because you're very magnetic, right? You have this powerful energy. People are drawn to you, but they're meant to be drawn to you so they can awaken something within themselves, or they can heal themselves, but instead they confuse that with sexual energy, especially if you're dealing with somebody that has no idea, okay? Maybe they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea about anything spiritual. They don't know, okay? So they're living from the lower chakras. A lot of people are living from the lower chakras. So again, if you're not somebody that had a spiritual awakening, or you're somebody that's been conditioned, or, you know, people are usually, you know, living from the lower chakras. So again, you may actually find it very difficult to even be attracted to anyone because of this energy, right? Whoever I'm speaking to today, you are somebody that you are not attracted to, even like somebody that's attractive or whatever. They could be the most attractive person in the world. That's not going to fate in you, you are attracted to souls, okay? You fall in love with souls, and you are somebody that has a lot of depth, and you're very deep, okay? You're very spiritual. You're somebody that you're a lot different to the people that you may come across, right? So again, I do see that there's somebody that has this toxic obsession with you. It's very sexual. It's been draining your money. With the Ten of Pentacles reversed, it's literally been draining your money. And again, I am getting that you're confused with the moon here. Like, you don't even know what's going on. Again, you may be feeling really down, really depressed, really unmotivated, just angry, just these traits coming out of nowhere. And this is why, okay? I also want to mention that if you have a partner or something, and I'm not saying that I'm getting this, but I just got this download, okay? Say you have a partner, okay, and all of a sudden, you start, again, like, okay, say you have a partner, maybe you're not wanting to be intimate with them or something like that, or you may notice that there's a money drain, or you may notice that your finances are off, or like your energy's off. It could indicate that the partner had some type of third party, or they're entertaining somebody's energy, okay? So I did just want to put that out there. I'm not actually getting that here, like I haven't got that deep into it, but I just want to put that out there because, again, sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's somebody that you're allowing into your energy, right? Which there is somebody here that is in your energy. Again, I'm not sure if it's somebody that you've had a soul tie with, or you've had some type of connection with in the past, or if it's somebody that is obsessed. Hold on, let me ask. Let me see what's going on. So what is happening here is there are energetic leaks, okay, leaking through the sexual cord. Again, I'm also getting that there's like two, okay, and again, it does not mean that you have to be intimate or you're physically acting on it. No, okay, again, as I mentioned, this could have happened from obsession from somebody else, or it even could be old soul ties, right? But this is draining you, but it's also like scattering your energy. So again, you may be feeling all over the place. You may be feeling like, your manifestations aren't coming in, or you don't even have the focus to focus on your goals, okay? It is really important that you close the sexual cord, okay? Again, I feel like I've been talking about soul tie removal for so many different videos now, but again, you can get rid of this with a soul tie removal. But again, also with this, especially if it's somebody that's like obsessively pulling on your sexual energy, you may have to do this a fair few times. You may have to make it a part of your routine to do it like every month, or even like every few weeks, okay? If it's really bad, you may want to put in a salt bath, like, do that every month or few weeks, okay? Depending on how bad this is. But again, you need to constantly be cleansing yourself. Whoever I'm speaking to as well, if this is somebody that, again, you have like an old soul tie with, you may want to kind of detox, okay? You may want to maybe do some fasting, or, be very mindful with what you're putting in your body, or do some type of detox using lemon water or tea or whatever you want to do. You could do a juice cleanse, whatever. But I do need that, again, to get that, especially if you have been intimate with, say, exes or whatever this is, to get that, residue energy out of your body, you may want to detox. You may also want to use salt, okay? Again, the salt baths are really good, or if you don't have that, do a foot cleanse, okay? So it's like put water in a bucket or something, or in a foot spa, and put salt, okay? Baking soda is good as well. You don't need to do all that though. Favorite herbs, right? And again, this will help expel all of that old energy, all of that other person's energy from your body. Again, you may also want to start to do physical activity, especially if you will notice, okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you will notice that if this is happening, you may constantly be bloated. You may also notice that you may be gaining weight, especially at the lower part of your stomach, because this is where these connection sexual cord exist, is in the lower stomach, okay, where the sacral chakra is. So again, you may want to kind of clear that out by moving, okay, like walking or something like that. Literally just walking. You don't have to do anything, too intense. Of course, you can do more, but just moving, okay, because that means that you are moving that energy out. You want to kind of, Reiki is good, okay? Reiki is really good for pulling out energy. Now, you don't need to go see somebody professional, especially whoever I'm picking up on, because you are already a healer, okay? Just meditate on it and do it yourself, okay? Pull out the cords, and trust me, you're going to feel it. So you want to do all of that. Again, you may want to even move your hips, okay, because you may, like, this is where the hip area, all of that stored trauma too. So moving your hips is really good. Just like dancing or something like that, or just like even when you're walking, just like make sure that you are really like moving your hips, because again, this helps release all these soul ties, all of these energetic cords, okay, these sexual cords that have been draining you, that have been misaligning you, that have been kind of messing with your energy, messing with your aura. And yeah, you may also want to call in your divine counterpart, soulmate, whoever you want it. Just manifest whoever you want in your life, okay? Again, because this energy here, like, you have all of these low vibrational people that are attracted to you, that are drawn to you, but they don't understand you, and they're not as deep as you, and they're not as spiritual as you. And if you're trying to date, okay, try to call in somebody that's on the same frequency as you. Don't worry about going to look for people or anything like that. Just call in somebody that has the same frequency as you. Maybe you don't want to date, because I am getting that you don't even seem to be interested in dating. You just have a lot of people here that are obsessed with you, that are interested in dating you, that are drawn to you. And a lot of these people that are drawn to you because of this energy that you embody. And they may not understand that you are such a powerful spiritual person that has so much depth, and you're so different, okay? They don't understand why they're drawn to you. They think it's a sexual thing because they're living from the lower chakras, okay? So again, it's important that, because here's the thing, say you're just dating somebody, okay? And they may also have soul ties. They may have different types of energies, okay? They may be dealing with different soul ties, all of that, right? You may also notice that you're somebody that cannot, like, either somebody's gonna focus on you and you only, or if they're gonna be somebody with the Two of Pentacles here that's trying to like juggle you with reversed, okay? That's going to try to juggle you with other people, and maybe they're trying to like they're sleeping with multiple people, this is something that's really going to, for one, but also it's going to really affect you and your energy. As I mentioned, you're very sensitive to energy. Now, for some of you, I do see that you're sensing another energy surrounding somebody. If you have a partner and you're sensing an energy around them, okay, just know that this doesn't mean that they have to actually be cheating on you or something, right? But they're definitely in some type of sexual cord going on, okay? And this could even be like them watching the P words, okay, online, right? Or even just like fantasizing about other people or something like that. But you're very sensitive to energy, so whoever I'm picking up on, you may be sensing somebody around a partner. If it's not a partner, there's just two people around you that are obsessing over you and constantly pulling on your energy. You need to create boundaries, okay? You need to really create these boundaries because you're somebody with this sacred energy, right? As I mentioned, if you are doing the deed with people that don't understand that, don't appreciate that, then they're going to drain the life out of you. They're going to create financial drains, right? You may not even feel like yourself, right? So again, this is a very particular energy I'm picking up on. It's not going to resonate for everyone. I have strong Scorpio energy here. We have Pisces energy, Cancer energy, Capricorn energy in this reading, okay? So again, this is a message that's not going to resonate for everyone, but whoever this is for, and I do intend that it will hit the right people, just know that this energy that you carry is so sacred and it requires strong boundaries. So don't be afraid to, if somebody's coming at you in a sexual way, don't be afraid to like cut that off. Don't be afraid to take your energy back, your power back, right? Don't be afraid to say no or anything like that, because again, your energy is valuable, okay? It's literal currency, but even more valuable than that, okay? Because you, with this energy, you could create anything, manifest anything, right? This is why people choose to be celibate, because of the energy. The sexual energy is so powerful, right? To manifest from it, to bring in things, right? Whatever you want, you can create it from your sexual energy, your creative energy, okay? Transmute this sexual energy into creative energy, right? Instead of, and I'm not saying that you're doing this because I'm getting that most of you are celibate, or you're very intentional with your sexual energy, but this is going to reach the people that need to hear it. But transmute that energy into creativity and create the life of your dreams, okay? So again, not going to resonate for everyone, but if it did resonate, please let me know in the comments. If you want to know more about this stuff, let me know in the comments as well. I can do more videos about it. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next reading.